Conservative politics is on the rise across the world, be it Japan, France, South Korea, or the United States. But in Canada, the Conservatives seem uninspiring even in the face of a weak Liberal Prime Minister like Justin Trudeau. However, this is bound to change under PR Polieva, a flamboyant leader who can save Canada's faltering Conservatives. Hi and welcome to TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Vedika. Let's begin. The Conservative Party of Canada seemed all set to unseat Justin Trudeau ever since the latter's awkward decisions have led to a sharp decline in his popularity. However, the Conservatives have still not managed to get rid of him. Last year, they lost the elections for the third straight time. There is clear leadership in the party, which is all set to go for its third leadership campaign in 5 years. But this time around, a 42-year-old MP is all set to change things and save the Conservative Party of Canada. We are talking about PR Polieva, who is running for Conservative Party leadership. PR Polieva is someone who can rally the Conservatives under his leadership. To begin with, he has built a huge following on social media, with over 300,000 followers on Twitter, around 500,000 followers on Facebook, and over 200,000 YouTube subscribers. And he knows how to use social media for exploiting growing discontentment with the Trudeau government. He is using his social media accounts for attacking Trudeau's restrictive policies and offering a government that would let Canadians take back control of their life. In one of his tweets, Polieva said, "People are engaged to take back control of their life, fight just inflation, and get cost of living back under control." And in many of his posts, Polieva is echoing the same message over and over again. Polieva is everything that weak conservative leaders like former party boss Erin O'Toole weren't. He is aggressive, blunt, and unapologetically critical of Justin Trudeau's flawed policies. So, when it came to addressing the protesting Freedom Convoy truckers, PR Polieva was the first leader to say that he would meet them. He reached out to the truckers even before Erin O'Toole. Polieva was thus ready to change the rules of the game and make Trudeau uncomfortable over an issue that he has clearly failed to resolve. Polieva blamed Trudeau for the situation. He said, "I'm proud of the truckers and I stand with them." The Conservative leader also said they have reached a breaking point after 2 years of massive government overreach of a Prime Minister who insults and degrades anyone who disagrees with his heavy-handed approach. And he's quite clear about one thing: protests are happening because of Trudeau. It is Trudeau who ought to be condemned and not the protesters. This is why he is promising Canadians that he will make them the freest people on the earth. And he is also promising a government that would liberate them from red tape, heavy taxes, and inflation. His campaign is focusing on Trudeau's failures and promises to reverse them. In fact, PR Polieva campaign blitz has already managed to win a good fan following amongst conservative voters. The latest poll study found that 41% of conservative voters believe that Polieva would make the best leader. He's followed by Jean Charest, who too has announced his conservative leadership campaign. But Charest is far behind Polieva and is backed only by 10% of the voters. And there is no one in the Conservative Party who can bring as much to the table as Polieva. Even Charest faces the same kind of drawbacks as someone like O'Toole. Charest doesn't have a great track record to boast of. He has a long stint as a Quebec Liberal leader, during which he took some controversial decisions like raising hydro rates, auto insurance premiums, imposing a carbon tax, hiking university tuition fees, and setting Kyoto Accord-like climate change goals. His policies, therefore, aren't very popular with conservatives. Add to it is his prior track record of advising China's Huawei on Mount Wanzhou and 5G networks. Going ahead, conservatives will need a China hawk as their leader if they truly want to defeat Justin Trudeau, and Jean Charest doesn't seem to offer that. However, PR Polieva promises to be a man who would deliver on issues like freedom and inflation. The Conservatives in Canada are finally looking at a leader who can revive their fortunes.